Alright, we got the first game here of our Down Under Delights this evening. And we've got Danska playing as the Portuguese. We're on the 9-ville start of Runestones. And Danska here is sitting at about 1100 elo. They are Australian today, kicking things off. And their opponent is probably the most popular person in Age of Empires at the moment, would I say? It's the Teutonic Fortress man himself. Although he's playing as the Georgians here, so I wonder if there's any serious fun going on with this one, or whether it is just playing standard because why not? But that is the plan. And also, oh my god, luring their own boar with a scout, because again, why not? Gotta keep it close enough, and does. There you go, happy days. Otherwise, nice and quiet. You don't tend to see things like this. This is generally something reserved for when you're on Fortress itself, as you can drop the scout into the castle to heal up again. But if you're just going to have a 5 HP scout, and I do wonder how many times Teutonic Fortress here has done this and just lost their scout, because that is extremely risky. You can't take another hit. Where's this guy going to get lured to? Staying in range, and oh, look at this. Absolutely epic. This guy's done this many, many times. Smooth. But also, 5 HP scout. I wouldn't bother, but sure enough, no issues. Very, very heavy on food. And I think we might go ×2 speed just for the meantime. I know that this game has gone for a certain period. We've obviously grabbed this from the live games that are going on. However, this one was started about 20 minutes ago. So I know that they've got a decent amount of time that this goes for. And I'm going to assume that Mr. Teutonic Fortress here, just on how I can see the start and not having gone to wood yet, I think this might be a fast castle. Lots of vills in queue. Very heavy on food. And he's coming over to the wood line now. And very heavy on berries as well, which is worth noting. It hasn't taken any stone yet. 5-tile stone is 4. There's a 4-tile stone out the side. And Danska's on the way up. This is probably one of the worst civs that you can look for a fortress type against, given, well, the Portuguese do have unlimited res at their disposal with the Feitoria. And we'll keep going at ×2 until we get any significant action. Teutonic Fortress on the way up. And sure enough, over on stone, hoping not to be found. And he's going to wall this one up pretty quickly as well. Going to make sure everything is safe inside those walls. And, oh, he's got stone walls around here as well. Name doesn't check out, humble. Yeah. Well, they're playing as the Georgians in this one. They're playing as the Georgians. Might be trying a different fortress. So this is the player that got Hera to do his fortress videos. This is the one that was made semi-famous during the King's Gauntlet ladder race. This is the Teutonic Fortress. And we've got some archers coming forward for red. As I said, I think we're just going to stick to 2x speed until we get some action. I think we can see what the plans are. We won't look too closely at what's going on. We can see the res that's being taken from out here. Maybe even thinking about a second castle, which doesn't even have the res for the first one yet. Dropping the farms. Georgians don't get bombard cannon, sorry. They don't get Bombard Cannon. They don't get Bombard Tower either. So these guys are not the same as the Teutons in terms of the way they can defend. And that scout goes down. A little bit of action here. Tower looks like it's going to get denied. Gets delayed. You reckon there's a range mod on, do you? Actually, speaking of, I probably need to turn this range mod off because this is going to get a little bit disgusting and I have forgotten what the hotkey was. I need to go check the hotkey. Hang on. Hotkeys. If you see it, let me know. Alt Q, toggle range. I thought that... Okay. There we go. Thank you. Good spot. We may continue. We can't have a range mod on when there's going to be fortified churches and watchtowers and soon to be guard towers, I assume, all over the place. So let's see what we've got set up. No Alt F4s, Humble. No Alt F4s. Let's see what we've got here. So does the Georgian fortress involve cavalry? Given that's self-healing, does it even require monks? There's 6 relics on this map, I believe. No, 5. Generations can have 6. This one's got 5. 2 of them in the middle. Did I now? I told you Alt F4 was... I do not recall that. I've forgotten what flare the default flare is. It's Alt F, isn't it? Or Control F. It says miserly res outside. Oh yeah, true. I never even realized this. It's just a lot of wood. Yeah, there's not too much. There's no real expansion like you do on Arabia. That just means the gold is going to run out quicker. And we're seeing the fortress get set up at the moment here from Mr. Fortress. They look to be going for... Oh, we could be here a while, by the way. I just realized that we might be here for 6 hours on one game. I really hope that's not the case. And that's why we need to try to get to live time and find out where things are at. If this does get bad, look, I don't think this works. I don't think this works because the Portuguese can make feitoria. So I'm banking on the Portuguese eventually breaking through with bombard cannons. And a forward castle and hopefully imp and then being able to push. That's my hope here. That this doesn't work against Portuguese because of the infinite res. Whereas part of the goal is to wait for the res to run out. And that shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. We've got some light cav coming in. Danska needs to go imp. Maybe consider the feitoria, 1 or 2 feitoria around the backs. Taking a relic as well. This is important. Well, even just 1 relic is quite nice. Oh, there is 6. I missed 1. Okay, there's 4 in the base. 1 there. And 1 here. So we will have 6. And we're seeing Zvan Tower upgrade. Unsurprising. If you're sub, did your sub run out? Your prime. For some reason, Rapunzel, when you resub, it doesn't notify me. see what we've got loading up here for Georgian Fortress. A few more farms, a few more towers. No guard tower upgrade yet. There we go. Actually, it did come through that time. There we go. Maybe you normally reprime when offline. 11-month streak with Prime. Very nice. That's how long I've been streaming for. What a surprise. Thank you. Or no, how long I've been affiliate for. Would make more sense, I think. Down goes the... Down... Oh, yeah. Zvon Towers, of course. Zvon Towers, pass-through damage. Pass-through damage. You can't use the Vil behind the Mangonel. Smooth. And there is the guard tower upgrade in now. How good is that? You just saw that and I was like, how did the Vil die behind the Mangonel? And that is why. We're going to need Imp. Imp is important here. It's time for some action. Mangonel goes down. Tower stays up. And Imp on the way for Teutonic Fortress. Okay, everything's kind of calmed down for the moment. We'll get back to 2x. Ram? Not sure about the Ram. Ram goes down. Scout should go down. He's called it. No. No. Not actually tapping out. I think they're actually tapping out. That is incredibly underwhelming if so. Portuguese win this. You just got to think about what you got to do. Firstly, sell some of the food, get to Imp, and it's bombard cannons. Bombard cannons, just get rid of this. With some halb in front of it, because you know that these guys are probably making cav... I mean, at this stage, there's nothing that suggests there's going to be any cavalry. Come on, Danska. Think of it. He's not actually called it. They're still going. See the perfectly spaced towers at the moment. There's one more out there to finish the square off. Keep should be coming in soon. Maybe some of the other upgrades you would expect to see. We are seeing Imp now for the Portuguese. Some vision for Georgians. And the residential properties coming up over to the east. But light cav isn't going to be the answer. Light cav is, like, fine for the stuff that's not protected, but needs to be, like, Cavalier, because they'll kill quicker. Got more HP. And then, yeah, bombard cannons are certainly the best option here. Architecture, all the upgrades to be here forever. Still here. It's not... No GG just yet. No actual GG. The game is still going. So Porto can do this all day, I believe. Chemistry coming in now. But I don't like this Not a big fan of the army choice, but chemistry on the way. Bombard cannons are the one here. Hopefully, that's what we see. Sure enough, that is what we see. Any Phaeteria yet? Not just yet. For now, we wait. We wait, we wait, we wait. Manaspa looks to be the plan. This tower should drop. Should. And it does. So should the next one. There's nothing here. There's only one one elite Manaspa. Nothing else in queue at the moment. But unfortunately, I can see a world where 10 more are created and they kind of clean everything up. 10, 15 more are created, fully upgraded. And everything else here dies. This should drop. And it does. Vils are repairing a farm. Lovely. More Vils die. It's important. Gotta get out of range. Yeah, bombard cannons are the friends here. Just little bit by little bit. Siege engineers does exist for the Portuguese, so you do want to get that as well for the extra range. And this is where you need the army supporting. This is where you need the rest of the army supporting. How many bombard cannons stay alive? There's a lot of elite Manaspa here. That is a lot of Manaspa. But they have to run for now. Some Vils will die. Can the bombard cannons be clicked onto the keeps? And the Trebs are going for the bombard cannons. They're going to hit. Oh, that's so disappointing. Cavalier are coming in now. Cavalier is good. Again, they're better than the light cav. They could use one more armor upgrade. Is that a fate? No, that's a market. The Teutonic Fortress is happy to sit here all day if required. Does this get pushed? Manaspa are coming again. We've got 14 HP regen per minute. They are quite strong. They've only got 100 HP though. Cavalier have 140. Does that mean there's no blood? Oh no, there is bloodlines. Come on, Danska. You don't have time. They don't have time. Disappointing. Because eventually, I think the Portuguese do break this. But there is Teutonic Fortress trying a different civ and a different fortress type. Svan Towers, they are quite strong with the keeps. The pass-through damage, 8 plus 9 pierce damage is a lot. I think there would also be, yeah, this upgrade arrow slits is also in. Not to mention you get the extra +2 from that unique tech as well. So very, very nice setup, but I will say against the Portuguese, if your aim is to wait out your opponent, you can't outweight the Portuguese. They're the one civ that you cannot outweight. So that is certainly one counter to this stuff when you match against someone that you know is going to do it, I guess.